Hello everyone, welcome back to FUT FM. This is episode 3 now, and the first thing to tell you about is that last episode I did make a little mistake. It was pointed out in the comments. I'm always grateful when you guys point things out like that. And it was that we brought in the wrong Piatti. I brought in Pablo Piatti from Valencia, so he's now returned to Valencia, and I brought in the correct Piatti, Ignacio Piatti, who is from Montreal Impact. He's not too bad, left-sided player, just as Pablo is, so it doesn't change things too much. He's maybe a step down, but I don't mind. He was playing very well in his 7 games for Montreal Impact, so hopefully he can keep that up for us. It should be a like-for-like change, no real problems. And as you can see, we're currently 14th in the league after 3 games. Most of our games have come in the Europa League. So that means that when we open our first pack in just a couple of seconds, we will be opening 25k pack. We're not yet in the top 10 or top 4. So let's jump straight into it before we play Arsenal and open a new pack. It is a 25k pack, so let's click open and see who we get. Oh, Fabian Delph, we got the snake. Sorry if there's any City fans out there, but I'm not sure even you guys love him. Just having a look through the other players, nobody really jumping out at me. Maybe Charlotto at right back, he plays for Sporting, or Caruti on the right midfield. Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look. I think Fabian Delph could be a good shout because he's an English player, which helps with European quotas. But otherwise, no major suppliers. Major players in this list, but I'll let you know who I bring in just a second. So guys, I have decided to bring in Fabian Delph. I think because he's English and a decent player, it was a bit too much to turn down. He'll be a good addition in the centre of midfield, which was an area that we were lacking earlier in the season. Now, to make room for him, we currently have 31 players in the squad. There's 2 players that I've marked to be booted. The first is Mark Yanko. He's played 1 game for us, but he's not going to play another. His contract is terminated. The other one is Fernandao, who has not played a game for us. He's 29 years old, not going to be in this save long term, not too worried about him. And I also tried to sell him, I think, if I remember right, but he is also gone. So that leaves us room to bring in one other player. Having a look at these other players, Charlotto was the only one that I was really looking at. Caruti we already have in the team, and nobody else was jumping out at me. No other positions that I thought we really needed to strengthen. So it is just Fabian Delph for this episode. We have let a snake into the camp. Our first match of the episode is at home against Arsenal. We've had some very tough opponents in the league so far this season. We've had to play United, Everton and Liverpool, and we've got Arsenal and Spurs next before we finally have a decent game. 2 in a row against Bournemouth actually, and Konyaspor in the Europa League shouldn't be too difficult to beat. For the match against Arsenal, we've got Vieto and Rashford up front, excellent strike partnership. We've also got So and Vea on the wings, they'll probably be there for quite a long time. Campbell and Bradley in the centre, Kolasinac, Tagliafico, Oxford and Munir in the back 4 with Kune in goal. It's a pretty much established first 11. The rest of the players are probably going to struggle to get into the team if they aren't already. Quite a few of them unregistered for the Premier League because of the limitations. As I said in the first episode, squad registration will never close for the club, so we can bring these players in as and when we need them, but they will become unsettled the longer they stay, which means their contracts are more than likely going to be terminated. Here's Ivan Campbell, looks to set Vieto off down the left wing. He's got Rashford in the middle. There is Rashford, and we've got the lead against Arsenal. We're 1-0 up. Bear in slow, we have been crushing Arsenal in that first half, and now Moussa Sow puts the ball forward towards Rashford. Koscielny gets it, Ozil over the top, cleared out by Meunier. Now Rashford sends it forward to Vea. We're on the attack again. It's Vieto, the goal machine. Ball comes for Sow. There's Rashford for a second. Saved, but Moussa Sow's there on the rebound. 2-0 against Arsenal. We are looking so good. Czech sends the ball forward, but Oxford is there. Alexis Sanchez has stolen the ball, though, and now it's Coquelin. Over to Cazorla. Back to him again. Ramsey. Into Lucas. Slips the ball in for Sanchez. Too easy, and we've got 15 minutes to hang on against Arsenal. Coquelin over the top towards Sanchez, who's been a thorn in our side. Now Ozil's in the box, and Arsenal have equalised in the 85th minute. Heartbreak for us. Caruti brings it forward, sends it over the top for Rashford. He's got Vieto to his left. He beats one man, crosses it for Kolasinac. There's Musa So, sends it back over. Karuti. Karuti has scored. We've packed him twice, and that's why an 87th minute winner surely against Arsenal. Instead, he's given the ball away, and Ozil looking for Lucas now. Tagliafico's brought him down. That's a red card, surely. He is going to walk, and we are down to 10 men for the last couple of minutes of this game. And there is a full-time whistle. We have won against Arsenal. A very good performance, coming back from being pegged to 2-2 to win the match right at the death. We're up to 12th place now. Another brilliant win for the team. Few changes for the team in the game against Turkish side Konyaspor. Vieto and Rashford continue up front. It's the same front six, really, but Maxwell comes in at left back, Peruzzi at right back, the same centre backs, and Kune continues in goal. Maxwell's lost the ball there to Ali, and he's come through the back of him. What has he done that for? We're going to go down to 10 men, surely, with 80 minutes left in this match. Maxwell's had a nightmare. There it is, never in doubt, red card for Maxwell, and we are probably in a bit of trouble. Ampel finds Peruzzi out on the right, he can cross the ball. Instead he's picked up Belhanda in a good position. There's Kolasinac, puts it across to Vieto. Excellent team goal, and Luciano Vieto has his 9th of the season. There's Peruzzi out on the right, he can whip the ball in, finds Vieto again, and he's got 10 already this season, Luciano Vieto. 10 goals, we're 2-0 up. Vea sends the ball over to Musa So. It's come through for Vieto on his hat-trick, and what a way to get it. He's hammered that into the top corner. 3-0, Luciano Vieto, a goal machine. Crosses it for Vea. He's got options in the middle. Troy Deeney's gone down in the penalty area. It's a foul, and we have a penalty. And they've got a red card. It's Skubic who's been sent off, and Troy Deeney's going to have the chance to score the penalty that he earned. You can see from the stats just how dominant we've been today, even though we've had 10 men for the majority of the game. And Troy Deeney makes it 4-0, absolutely no doubt. A very comfortable win today, and we are looking so good in the Europa League so far this season. Big game against Spurs now, rounding out those very tough matches we've had to start the season. Not too many changes from the team. Mounier comes back in at right back for Peruzzi. Maxwell is continuing to start at left back, but Kolasinac has had to be drafted into the centre of defence. Otherwise, the front six stay the same, and hopefully we can pick up another good victory. Kolasinac's given it to Dembele, who chips it over for Eric Dyer, who takes the lead. It's 1-0 to Spurs. Free kick from Ceruti, sent into the box, and it's a foul from Danny Rose. We've got a penalty. Troy Deeney scored the last one that we had. He's on the pitch now if he's going to be the one to take it. I think he is. And we could get back on level terms against Spurs at White Hart Lane. It is Troy Deeney. And it's in. Lurie nearly gets there, but we've made it Waddle back on terms at White Hart Lane. Deeney knocks the ball down to Karuti. Now Belhanda to So. Just a couple of minutes left as that ball is spread out wide, but Danny Rose has got it. Mounier picks up the ball. Karuti into Deeney. Karuti's got it again. Now Belhanda, edge of the area, scores a screamer. And we've turned it around from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Yunus Belhanda, what a goal. And we are going to take 3 points on White Hart Lane. Eriksson charging down the left. Just a few seconds left. Puts it in, but Kune gets it. And we have done it. We've beaten Arsenal. We've beaten Spurs. Absolutely phenomenal. All changed for this game against Bournemouth in the EFL Cup. We're at home at the London Stadium. Deeney is getting a start after chipping in with a couple of goals in his last 2 games. Penaranda is also up front. We've got Karuti and Pato on the wings. Fernandez is in the middle alongside Delph making his debut. Mounier, Amaru, Hakan, Tagliafico and Kune in goal. Free kick for Bournemouth. Fraser to the far post. Rodrigo's there and he has nodded it in. We switched off and Rodrigo Eli has scored for Bournemouth. Free kick from Karuti. Sends the ball in. Mings clears it. Karuti's got it again. Sends it across. Fernandez right into the top corner. We're back on terms at 1-1. Sends it out to Max Gradle. Back into Wilshere. He finds Wilson. There's Gradle again on the left. He's got a man in the middle. Pulls it back. There's Harriata. And they have taken the lead with just 2 minutes left. We could be going out of the EFL Cup. Last chance. Karuti puts the ball in. It is cleared away. Now Lewis Cook can clear it. And it looks like we are going out of the EFL Cup. Unless Fernandez can do something, it's blocked. And that is a full-time whistle. maybe not too disappointing to go out of this cup. It does really chock up our fixture list, especially with the Europa League in there as well. So maybe not too bad in the wider picture of our season, but disappointing to lose given we had such dominance. An important match against Bournemouth now. If we win, we will stay in the top 10, which means we get to open a 50k pack at the start of next episode. All changed from that disappointing defeat. We've got Moussa Sow and Kais Vea back up top with Vieto and Rashford, Campbell and Bradley in the centre, and it's a full strength defence with Kune in goal. Pretty much our strongest possible 11 at the moment, ready to go at Bournemouth and secure a 50k pack next time out. Nearly half time in Bournemouth coming on the attack. It's Harriata. Finds Wilson. Now Gradle's in the box and he has scored and we're 1-0 down just before half time. Arter forward to Wilson. Now King turns the defender. Still going King. And he's scored a screamer. He must have chipped the keeper there and it's 2-0. They've scored 1 minute either side of half time and we are really in a sticky situation. Cleared away. Oh, and Oxford's brought down King and he's going to get sent off. We've had a man sent off now in 3 games in a row. We've got a real disciplinary problem and we're almost certainly going to lose this match. Vieto cutting in from the left flank. He's not got much support, but he's found Campbell. And there's Vea. He's got a man out on his right, but he's going himself and he's found Vieto. Chips over to that man on the right. It's Munier back to Vieto. Excellent team goal. And immediately following that second goal and red card, we have got one back. Gradle knocking the ball over the top. Wilson's in on goal. This could be 3. Pulls it back and King has an empty net to make it 3-1. We have been beaten. It's back-to-back defeats against Bournemouth, which is just really frustrating. Leaves a bad taste in the mouth after how well we did in those first few difficult games. So luckily, we are still sitting in 10th place. We aren't going to be shifted from that, so we will get to open a 50k pack next episode, which means we're more likely to get some quality players. But that's a really frustrating defeat to have to take. Final match of the episode is away against Young Boys in the Europa League. Pato coming in on the left flank is the only real change. Otherwise, it's as you were from the last match. Maybe Klasenak, the only other change in full Maxwell. But we should be bouncing back from 2 really disappointing defeats with a win. We've been so good in the Europa League. We need to carry that forward. Vela. And they slipped it through and Vieto absolutely hammered that between the keeper's legs. His 13th of the season means we're 1-0 up. Reve cuts inside, still going, finds Frey, and he's put it in the top corner. And Kune maybe could have done more, but we're pegged back to 1-1. Oxford forward to Vea. Now Munier out on the right. Sends the ball across. It's Campbell. Inside to Vieto. Now Vea. Oh, and Fair was basically had no reason to be there. It's 2-1. Excellent goal from Vea. And we are back in front. Sulejmani's got in straight away and equalised out of nowhere. Immediately from the kickoff, we're pegged back to 2-2. Oh, and Kolasenak's gone in on a 2-footed tackle. It's 4 games in a row with a red card. What on earth is happening? Oxford's managed to win that tackle and release Vieto in the same motion. And Vieto puts 10-man West Ham 3-2 up. Sulejmani's been played in. It pulls it across and Reve has scored immediately from kick-off. We're back at 3-3. Campbell sends the ball over. Vieto's got in and Vieto scores on the volley to make it 4-3. And he is not taking this result lying down. 15th of the season. Vea's corner. Nearly the dying seconds of the match. And Zarate has scored to wrap up the points. Mauro Zarate scores after a lung injury layoff to make it 5-3 and wrap up the points. Reve's got in behind but shoots over and we have managed to get the 3 points despite going down to 10 men for the 4th match in a row. I don't think I've ever experienced that in the past. But we have got the win and we are top of the group. Inter held by Konyaspor. Was not expecting that, but it means that after 6 games today we are in a decent position in all competitions. Kolasenak is going to get fined 2 weeks' wages for getting sent off. It's the only way I know to deal with poor discipline. He's happy with that. And it means that we're in a great shape. We're going to get to open a 50k pack next episode. If you look at our Europa League group, we are top, and we don't have to worry about the EFL Cup anymore, which is quite nice. The board didn't think it was important anyway, so that's ideal. And the squad is looking pretty good. Our first 11, I am very, very happy with. It's got a lot of strength to it. Maybe could do with another central defender who's quite good, but otherwise I am very happy. So that will be all for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying this new series. Let me know if you've got comments or suggestions on what we can do. But until next time, see ya.